Street in Uranus. It's just absolutely brilliant here, and it's all been kind of created like a Wild West theme here. Got the old water tower and a car park in the centre, but effectively there's a great ice cream shop, a fudge shop, and a gift shop. I think you could probably get in here, could you, Gary? There's a double there if that guy... Oh, he's just blocked it there, never mind. Oh, he's got like all the petrified forest is 1,118 miles. Wow, the places we've already been. We're in the shop, and Gary's just realised that every time the door opens, they shout, "Welcome to Uranus." And he said he thought they were shouting, "Shut the door." So he ignored them, but they shout, "Welcome to Uranus" every time the door opens, so we'll try and film it. This is the sort of things that's for sale in Uranus. Got some really nice chocolates and stuff. They always shout it when someone comes in. Thing that says "Caution, pet the alien." I'm not putting my hand in, but Gary's bravely going to do it. Put your hand in then. What does it do? God! Oh my God! There's loads of wanted posters, and of course there's a jail again. So Gary has to go in the jail.
I'm innocent. I just made a crack in Uranus. I mean.
All right, that's really. I can assure you, everyone, he's not innocent.
I just cracked a joke in Uranus.
On the serious topic of zoological parks, this is Uranus Zoological Park, and there's Gary in the elephant's bottom. It's absolutely brilliant here. This is definitely worth a stop. And here's the, this is the world's largest belt buckle. And you can see it's got Route 66 written on it, Uranus. And this is verified on the
by the Guinness Book of Records, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
We don't know if that's a joke or not, because everything seems a joke here.
The certificate's on the wall next to you.
Oh. Here you go, here is the certificate. It's really good here. There's even a double-decker bus. Or someone opening the door of that. What's inside it, babes? It's a British one, isn't it? Because the bus...
The steering wheel's on the right.
Yeah, it is. And this is the outside of it. It's a complete sort of Route 66 bus. They must have shipped it over from England. Here's inside the bus. It's all been painted. Are you going upstairs? Oh God, be careful, Bab. Oh. You got a what? I'm not going in there.
The floor's a bit knackered, so I'm not going to stand
on it. Oh no,
don't
don't stand on it. You'll bloody go through it. So, if you're a big Superman fan, there's a real treat for you on Route 66. So just outside of Joplin is an ice cream parlour and a Superman museum. It's called Supertam 66. We're going to have a chat with the owner. As you enter, it's absolutely amazing. There's so many things to look at. I'm with Chris at Supertam. Chris, how long have you had this place?
We've had it for almost 3 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
And what prompted you to buy it?
That is a funny little story. I was at home working one afternoon, and my wife's a school teacher here in town, and it was summer school, and she called, she goes, "Guess what's for sale?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "The Superman place." And I said, "The ice cream parlor?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "You do not need an ice cream parlor." So she goes, "Oh, come on." So anyway, she gets home and she's telling me about it.
Yeah.
She says, "I called Barb," which is the previous owner's wife.
Yeah.
She goes, "I called Barb, found out how much it is, and she goes, I think we should do it." And I said, "I don't think we should." And anyway, so she wrote it on the bathroom mirror, and she put ice cream parlor in the price, and every day it was in the bathroom mirror, and she's talking about this ice cream.
Did she put it in lipstick?
I don't remember what she wrote it.
That's what I would have written it in, isn't it, Gary?
And she called one day and she said, "Just come look at it. If you don't like it, that'll be the end of it." So I said, "Okay, fine." Not knowing that I was walking into an ambush. So she had gotten here, let's say the meeting was at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
She had gotten here at 3:30 with the other 2 real estate agents, and already said, she walked in and blew her negotiating skills. She says, I'm on board. I want it.
Oh,
We just have to talk him into it.
okay.
So anyway, the rest is history. And I think I enjoy it more than she does.
She knew. Us women know, you see.
Yeah.
Your favourite piece thing?
My favorite piece is this 1953 play suit. They came out in 1952.
Yeah.
And there's a little story down here about it.
Yeah.
But in 1952, they came out with this play suit. 1953, and how we know it's a 53 is the warning label across the band. 52 did not have the warning label. 53, they put the, remember the suit will not make you fly, only Superman can fly. So something bad happened in 52.
Gosh, somebody must have tried to fly. Oh, God.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember my mom putting towels around my neck and safety pinning, and I was a huge Superman fan when I was a kid.
You were.
I wish I would have had something like that. My wife's favorite is this little, it is a 48 Koopy doll.
Oh, wow.
And that is her favorite. And she has bought this big boy here.
I saw the big boy yesterday.
She has bought him, and we are going to paint him up as the little Koopy
So
doll.
not only is this an ice cream parlour and an amazing Superman museum, it's also a Harvest Host. So if you are members of Harvest Host, you can stay here. I think the maximum is about 30 feet because it's got a nice gravel pad and it's really flat. We stayed there last night, slept like babies. So I would recommend that you come here as a Harvest Host guest, pop in. But even if you're not, if you're on Route 66, stop by, come in. They've got a few 66 pieces, and they've actually got another place in Miami, Oklahoma. And this, what's your shop called?
Briley's Silver Screen Soda and Gifts.
So Briley's Silver Screen Soda and Gifts is their shop in Miami. If you're passing through that way as well, you can get loads of little Oklahoma 66 pieces. So we just come through Paris Springs, and you get to a little gift shop and an old Sinclair, and it's called Gary Gay Parita. So, or Gary's Gay Parita, we're not quite sure. But look, get your kicks on Route 66. There's a Gary's sign. That's amazing, isn't it? Gary's 66. In Springfield, you've got like a little Route 66 drive-through. Now, we don't really know what to think of this, do we? But we're going to take you through it. It's the Roadside Park. So it's a drive-through. Now, brace yourself. Don't get too excited. Here's the start of it, and then obviously we've got a motorhome through it, so you can pretty much get anyone through it. There's some paving, a little bit more paving, some trees which are nice, and then we're coming up to the first attraction. Slow down, Gary, slow down.
Don't want to miss it.
Okay, so on the horizon, Roadside Park. Okay, I think this is it. And then there is the giant Hamburg. I think it's supposed to be hamburger sign, but it's a giant Hamburg. Right, unfortunately that's it. Well, as it's famous for clean restrooms, and I am a clean restroom fanatic, we're going to stop at the Candy Factory. Apparently it's got the largest gift store in the world. Not sure if that's true. The price of fuel's pretty cheap here, $2.99 for unleaded, so normal petrol to us or gas to other people. Diesel's a lot dearer here than petrol. So when you come in, it's a right massive gift shop. Oh, I think I'm going to get a couple of the presents that we're outstanding for people, Gary. Yeah, it looks really good in here. Some of these are like really fun sign things. And Gary really likes this one. If I agreed with you, then we'd both be wrong. That's us, isn't it? There's just loads of them here. It's really retro. We don't know what to pick, do we, Bab?
It's great, isn't it?
No, imagine this. This is really quite mean. These are prank gift boxes. So you wrap a bicycle seat belt. Oh, I see they're like joke presents. I thought it was like you pretend you've got a decent present for someone. Oh, God. Earwax candle kit. Oh. Donut holster. Baby shield. Cup that he wants. I've got a big banana. Deary me. Look at this. Oh, coffee makes me poop. Oh, that's making me feel sick. Brilliant. A trophy husband. An intimate object that rarely moves. There's just so many things, isn't there?
There is.
Oh. Quite a challenge keeping on the 66, isn't it, babes?
It is.
So we're currently on the 44 through Lebanon. Now, it's the business loop of the 44, and then the interstate 44 is sort of to our right, but this is the Route 66. So you have to kind of keep your wits about you, otherwise it's very easy to go off track if you're trying to do the authentic Route 66. Nice day for it though. Doing a biker Santa ride. This is just the tail end of it. Oh, amazing. All the bikers. Oh, he's doing a bit of a wobble. Oh, that's my favourite type. I like those trikes. I love the trikes. How cool. There's loads of them.
Gosh, it's awesome.
It was led by a Santa. Unfortunately, I didn't get my camera out in time to show you. But let's wave to them. Woo! She's in Santa kit. Brilliant. Just as you're sort of leaving Lebanon on the 66, you've got the Munga Moss Hotel, or motel, should I say. I think this lights up. This is one of the iconic things to stop and have a look at. There's a Route 66 bowling alley there as well, Gary. That's nice. Oh, look at this. There's a golfing thing.
You get the van in the back with that in the background.
Yeah, all right then. That's a good idea. I've just got to show you this lovely road as we're driving on Route 66. We're still in Missouri, but the trees are gorgeous. I realise that they're not going to be as good as the fall in Maine that we hear is beautiful, but this is still really nice. And it's November. So we've just stopped in Fanning, Missouri, and it's getting later on in the evening. It's about 5 o'clock now, and we've just arrived at the world famous world's largest rocking chair. Well, it isn't the world's largest anymore. It's now the second largest rocking chair in the world. Somebody made a bigger one. There it is. And then give you some perspective. There's the motorhome looking absolutely tiny. Gosh. You look like you're in a giant's house, Gary. Well, I tell you what though, it used to actually rock. But the owner got really worried that it would squash someone, quite rightly, because you've got idiots like Gary getting on top of it. And you can only imagine what people were doing. It's absolutely massive. Oh. We're doing something really lovely today. We're heading towards St. Louis, but on the way we're stopping at Eureka, and we're catching up with one of our followers who's been with us on our journey pretty much since the beginning. So a big old shout out to our lovely mate Pat and her husband Joe. We can't wait to meet you guys, and we're going to have a spot of lunch with them. It's really nice when you get a chance to meet everyone. Sometimes I can't get to meet people because things happen and we can't go past, but it's really nice when we get the opportunity. So we're looking forward to meeting up with Pat and her husband. And what a fabulous lunch we had with Pat and Joe in Eureka. And we're in Luminaire Sculpture Park, just outside St. Louis. Luminaire just reminds me of that thing on Beauty and the Beast. Do you know what I mean? That candle thing. He's Luminaire, isn't he? Let's see if this is exotic like him. There is a car park just outside the sculpture park. And there's a lovely walkway, and I think it's a couple of kilometres. So we've actually hired a wheelchair for today. So it's quite good. So there is some maps as you come in, so you're able to pick one up for free, and it will show you where to go as you're going around. There's 70 sculptures, outdoor sculptures in this park. We can see this one, and Gary says it looks like the concrete mixer thing, and that's what it is. It's called Mix. Massive giant eyeball. There seems to be some instructions with this model called Scale. And our sense of self can change in the world in relation to what's around us. So it's suggesting that we stand at the maquette of Alexander Lieberman's The Way. That must be there, is it? Stand there?
The statue, yes.
Okay. And notice how you feel in your body in relationship to this representation of the sculpture. Then you're supposed to walk towards the sculpture, and while underneath it, let your eye wander from the foot of the sculpture all the way to the top and see how this experience feels. Okay, so let's try this, Gary. So we're at the little base of the one. I'm just trying to see how I feel in myself. How do you feel in yourself?
I'm awesome.
Somebody's had too much sugar at lunch. Okay, let's let's go to the big one and see if we change our minds. Now at the base of it, Gary's panting like a dog because he's having pushed me all the way around Luminaire Park.
Go and ask me how I feel now I'm under the base of it.
Okay, well, you need to get your breath back and start to consider how you feel. You're not giving it a moment.
I'm
putting my brake on because you're not giving it a moment. What you're doing is you're not You're not getting the full experience. Okay, well, somebody's shouting like crazy. Okay, so let's have a little feel. If I look back at it, honestly, it does make you feel quite small. I think that's the point. It's called scale. It's just about how big you feel in the world. I feel less fat at this one than I did at the other one. That's pretty much about it. Do you? Well, don't you?
Yeah, I feel like, oh gosh, about 6'2" stood here.
Here we have wall. It's just a wall of massive concrete balls. So there's no ambiguity about what it is. It's wall. So we're back on Route 66. We're just outside of St. Louis right now, and we stayed in La Quinta on Route 66. What a great hotel, fabulous staff, really good laugh and everything, and they had a swimming pool, so I was able to exercise the old legaroon, which is feeling a little bit better. I had really bad calf ache before we went there, but it's getting better every day, so I don't want to moan on about my knee all day long. Oh, my knee. Anyway, it's feeling a bit better. So we're heading through St. Louis. We want to see the arch, the St. Louis skyline, as we're driving along. Whoops! Wow! You see the arch just behind that building?
In 2 miles.
That's beautiful. We're over the other side of the river so that we could actually park up the motorhome. So if you want to get a good picture of the arch, but you don't want to be over the other side trying to park, this could work well then. I think it was supposed to be a geyser. I mean, it's a bit industrial around here, and some of the roadway was a little bit rough, wasn't it, getting in here, Gary? But it's a great place to come and see the arch. There we go. We got the St. Louis arch in the background. Thanks for watching. Join us next week for the very final episode of our Route 66 series. Do we make it all the way to Chicago? Tune in to find out.